New data paints a stark picture. The UK is facing a significant drop in international student applications. This decline, a 14% fall compared to the previous year, signals a worrying trend for the country's higher education sector. The numbers are even more concerning for postgraduate programs. A survey by the British Universities International Liaison Association, or BUILA, found that 80% of 70 UK universities reported a drop in international postgraduate enrollments for the 2024/2025 academic year. This decline isn't evenly distributed. Applications from Nigeria, India and Pakistan, key sources of international students, have plummeted by 65%, 34% and 31% respectively. The UK's higher education sector heavily relies on international students, especially at the postgraduate level. In the 2022/2023 academic year, they made up a whopping 71% of all full-time postgraduate students. This reliance makes the recent decline even more worrisome for universities across the UK. The downward trend isn't new. The UK already experienced a 5.5% decrease in student visa issuances in 2023, with India and Nigeria again showing the most significant drops. The first quarter of 2024 saw an even more alarming 44% decrease in student visa applications compared to the same period in 2023. This consistent downward trend raises serious questions about the future of international education in the UK. The reasons behind this decline are complex, but a few factors stand out. Changes in government policies, global competition, and the overall political climate all play a role in shaping the choices of prospective international students. Understanding these factors is crucial to addressing the challenges facing the UK's higher education sector. One policy change in particular has drawn significant criticism: the dependence ban implemented in January 2024. This policy, introduced by the previous Conservative government, severely restricted the ability of international students to bring their families to the UK. Only postgraduate research students were exempt from this ban, leaving many others with a difficult choice. The impact of the dependence ban was immediate and substantial. Applications from dependents plummeted by a staggering 84%, highlighting the importance students place on having their families with them while studying abroad. This policy significantly diminished the UK's appeal as a study destination, especially for those seeking to build a life in the country with their loved ones. The dependence ban is just one example of policy changes that have created uncertainty and frustration among prospective international students. The previous Conservative government's approach to immigration and international students has been widely criticised for its negative rhetoric and perceived hostility. This perceived unwelcoming environment has undoubtedly played a role in deterring international students from choosing the UK. The debate surrounding the dependence ban and other immigration policies highlights the complex balance governments face. While controlling immigration is a legitimate concern, it's crucial to do so in a way that doesn't harm important sectors like higher education. Striking a balance between these competing interests is essential for the UK's long-term economic and social well-being. Beyond specific policies like the dependence ban, a broader issue has emerged: policy instability. Frequent changes and a lack of clear direction have created uncertainty and eroded trust among prospective international students. This instability makes it difficult for students to plan their futures and feel confident about their decision to study in the UK. Andrew Bird, chair of BUILA, has been vocal in his criticism of the government's handling of international student policies. He has called for a period of policy stability after what he describes as a turbulent few years. This turbulence, he argues, has damaged the UK's reputation as a world-leading study destination. The current Labour government, which came into power in July 2024, has pledged to reverse this trend. Education Secretary Bridget Phillipson has been critical of the previous government's approach, accusing them of using universities as a source of cheap headlines by needlessly picking fights with the sector. Phillipson has emphasised the Labour government's commitment to welcoming international students, signalling a potential shift in tone and policy direction. This change in approach, if implemented effectively, could help restore the UK's reputation as a welcoming and supportive destination for international students. Despite the challenges, there are glimmers of hope. UniQuest, a student engagement specialist, has reported a 31% increase in international student acceptances for January 2025. This suggests that while applications may be down, the number of students accepting offers to study in the UK is on the rise. This positive trend could indicate a potential recovery in the near future. However, it's crucial not to become complacent. The UK must continue to address the concerns of international students and work towards creating a more stable and welcoming environment. Attracting and retaining international students is not just about economics, it's about fostering cultural exchange, enriching the academic environment, and building global connections that benefit everyone. The UK has a long and proud history of welcoming students from all over the world. By learning from the mistakes of the past and embracing policies that support international students, the UK can reclaim its position as a global leader in higher education.